Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Mustangs about to kick it away and get this season started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The Gators want to move quickly. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have the national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When you're undefeated league champion.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they jump on top. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something.
And the ball's out and they're after it. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Quarterback checking off. To the air, it's Turbin. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now, remember, they were stopped on 4th down earlier in the first quarter, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 30. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, SMU.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home, licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This offense has failed on its previous 2 fourth-down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. The back goes in motion. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds his man, and they convert. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Turbin. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Nice move to keep moving. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
To the air on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On first down, here comes this offense. Give to the back. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12. The Mustangs will hustle to the line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 25. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. First down to start the drive after the break. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the marker.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Wide out in motion. The jet sweep pass. To the 15. Afterburners coming. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
How many ways can I get to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Smashes ahead. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Mustangs!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. From the gun, running back gets to give. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Looking to pass. It's Turbin. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown Gators. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Arkansas was anything but dominant today, but the Hogs are going to leave Razorback Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the outcome. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Now on first down from the 30.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that pass intercepted.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback will audible. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Turbin. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. From the gun, the ground game. Hard running there. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. 4th down, and the clock continues to dwindle away. They get right to the line of scrimmage. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Here comes the option. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Into the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It's good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this run.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, SMU! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. Back to throw, it's Turbin. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's going to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they close it to a 28-24 game. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that ball is picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
One more play before the teams head to the locker room. Back to throw, it's Turbin. Skips away from pressure. He's going to fire to the left. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good.
He's off to the races. The 40, at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on. Over 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds the tight end. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got him, and they convert. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw, it's Turbin. Lofts one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 10. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Gator! And here they come, almost all the way back. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to you. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
The completion short of the sticks is 2nd down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. And the Mustangs in the hurry-up.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
Wide open downfield. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Wants to throw on second down. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the third.
And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, if I'm the OC, I'm the head coach, I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slide.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day if you're this quarterback right now. You know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Dropping back, it's Turbin. Feeling some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They move the tight end all over. He wants to throw. Got it set up on the outside. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. The Gators moving quickly to the line. On second down, he'll fire. Lofts one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Final play of the quarter coming. They'll run the option. And they fail to hook up on third down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming.
SMU 42, Florida 31.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the...
Can anyone catch him? The 10! And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They're setting up the screen. At midfield, he's got room. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense.
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. Touchdown, SMU. And the route is on.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it. Move on.
He's running free down the middle. The 10. Touchdown, Florida! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. And they'll try to tack on 2. Scanning the field, it's Turbin. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! And the punishment has been extended.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
37.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be...
Oh, look out! Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator!
And tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae. Making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
Here comes the 2-point try. looking downfield, it's Turbin. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Is no good. That keeps the score. SMU 63, Florida 43.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, SMU.
Line gets set, first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it down the left side. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, SMU! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he makes the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. From the 22 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Turbin. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's going to pass on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see.
Clear! Clear! Lion! Lion! Go! Go!
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got an open man. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throwing catch. The Gators want to move quickly. A first down run on the doorstep. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. No running room on the last 2 plays. Can they find a crack on 3rd and goal? Trying to barge in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. With a deficit like this, unless you just want to get your field goal kicker some work, you might as well go for it and try to get a touchdown. They'll try to run it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from their own 1. First up, they've got to avoid disaster. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback checking the play.
Timber.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around,